Hello. Um, it's been a while. I actually haven't checked how long it's been. Um, Let me do that right now, actually, while I'm talking. It has been a long time, and that's not by accident. I have decided, so it's been 2 months since my last video, and I've decided that it's probably best because I think at the end of every new like video I've made since I've been here, I've been talking about how I want to. What is this recommended video? Why I'm no longer sexually attracted to George Harrison. All right. Anyway, I have decided that I'm going to make videos, update videos when they feel right, when it feels right to make them, instead of trying to commit to every other week or whatever. Because I know I've said in my last few videos that I'm going to make videos every. I'm gonna get back to you guys soon. And while that is true, obviously it's not as soon as it's a very very loose definition of soon. Maybe a different definition than most people have. Maybe a little bit different, but I'm still committed to making videos. That's for sure. Um, I might try and do like a review because I just finished Stranger Things. So, I may try and do some review, like overarching review of, I might try and do some new things here and there. But I do want to try and keep things, um, I do want to try and keep things to a journal. But, I'll venture out here and there. But it's New Year's Eve. Um, it's December 31st of 2025. I started recording this at 10 p.m. Well, pretty much on the dot. And yeah, I feel like my hair looks a little greasy. Probably it's okay. I'll take a shower. I know, if I don't like how my facial hair looks, but I want to keep growing it out for a little bit. I've been growing it out for let me actually look in the videos. It's from 2 months ago. It doesn't really look like my hair. Okay, well, I guess this is your first time seeing me with all this facial hair. I don't entirely like how it looks, but I'm probably gonna keep growing it out for a little bit. Um, let's see. I oh, sorry, got a notification. Yeah, New Year's Eve, and I've wanted to make a video. For a while, there's a creator by the name of Foosley, or Leslie, it's her name, but her channel name is Foosley. And I've seen her, I don't know about recently, but I remember seeing her react to like some videos of her, leaving messages uh, for her to react in the future. I don't remember exactly, but birthday, for example, she made a video on her birthday for next year for her to like a time capsule of sorts, and I've been thinking about doing that. Like I'll make an unlisted video or something, of like a message to myself, or maybe this will be my message to myself. Maybe I'll do it unlisted or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But I want to do one. I don't know. I want to do one. I'm just not sure how I want to execute on it. I'm not sure if I want to do like yearly things or birthday, every like on my every birthday, I'll play it by my ear how I feel. Uh, but yeah, I don't even know what I talked about last time. I couldn't even tell you, but I will kind of update you guys where I'm at. Kind of my end of year review. I wish I had started doing these journals sooner, like at the beginning of the year when I was still at the apartment, before chaos kind of broke out in June and found the place. It's on my screen. Yeah. But yeah, man, this year, crazy year. I know I made a few videos before I left the apartment, declaring my homelessness or declaring that I was going to be homeless and, the adventure that I went on. And I wish I made videos in all of those places, but I didn't. Uh, I wish I did, just as a way to, maybe reminisce. Just a side note, because I listen to music when making these to kind of put me in the mood. And I've been thinking of maybe trying to add like very, very, very subtle background music and like editing. But we'll see. I don't know. If anyone sees this and likes that idea, I'll do it. Or if they hate it, feel free to tell me whether you like it or you hate it. Um, Man, I couldn't even tell you what I was doing at the beginning of this year. So he just loves walking around. Uh, I couldn't even tell you, man. God, my hair's a mess. I keep looking at myself. My hair's a mess. I've gotten fatter. It's not great. Uh, that's kind of been something this year. I've because of everything that happened starting in June, I've let myself go. It's not great. Doesn't feel great. My heart's racing from the smallest of things. It doesn't feel right on me. I'm just, struggling with other things, and it's kind of doesn't feel great. It doesn't. And I don't want to set a New Year's resolution because it might work for some people. No shame if it works for you. If setting a New Year's resolution works for you, it very rarely does for me, if ever. I don't think it's ever worked for me. But I do want to make it a goal just for myself. Excuse me, to lose weight, and maybe get new clothes. Because I've been wearing the same pair of clothes, the same two pairs of like the the two same sets of clothes for months. For months. Like, look at this sweater, bro. Look at this. This thing is beat to hell. To hell and back, bro. Look at this. Look at this. My my pant. Oh, these pants are fine, I think. But my shirts, you can see that my shirt's kind of back there. Like that shirt has holes in it. Shirt I'm wearing underneath this has holes in it. There's black pants there. Somehow they've always been too long for me, even now. Uh, I don't know. Even when I was lighter, they were very long. Now they're still long. I don't know, man. But like the bottoms of them, they're kind of worn because I've stepped on them with my shoes. Yeah, man. So not New Year's resolutions, but goals that these two goals going into the year. Maybe just eat. Maybe like just I don't know. Because I have an eating disorder. I don't know if I've disclosed that. I have an eating disorder. I maybe I'll timestamp this if people want to skip, or I'll put a warning here. I'll put a warning here. I'm gonna be talking about eating disorder just very briefly. No details. No, But yeah, just very briefly. That I have an eating disorder. It's bulimia, right? Bulimia involves binging and purging. And I've tried a few different medications. None have really worked out super well. They've helped. Like I don't. It used to be really bad. It used to be really, really bad for 4 years straight almost. It was every day. So yeah, it's been better. Not a lot of purging, not a lot of purging, just good, but a lot of binging. So yeah, so maybe that'll that'll maybe go hand in hand with the weight thing. Is try and figure out the binging thing, and then we'll see how the weight is dealt with after that. But yeah, other things, man, I don't even know. Uh, see Augustus. It was his birthday, beginning of the month, somewhere in the beginning of the month. I don't know his actual birthday, but that was when he was adopted. So I've coined that his birthday, even though it's not. I don't know how old he is. I think he's maybe 8. Thing is, he's still pretty energetic, right? Because I feel like when you're entering like the later age, like the later years, they tend to be a lot slower. Like he has trouble sometimes jumping up, but I feel like maybe that's just due to him being tired. I don't know. Because like cats that get older in age, right? Like they'll need help. You'll need to like cut their nails for them. They'll need help grooming. Like you'll need to brush them. You'll need to make like you'll need to set up stairs maybe or ways for them to get up to places so they don't have to stress themselves, like stress out their joints, stress out. You want to make life as easy for them as you can. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I want to probably get ahead of that. I don't want to wait till it starts happening, but I have to figure out the stair situation because my room isn't super big and it would probably take up some space, but we'll see. I'll figure it out, but we'll see. It's been a rough year for me with him. He hasn't done anything wrong. It's more been me. You know, I have sometimes let myself oh, this fucking piece of hair is pissing me off. I keep like it's like it looks all greasy and stuff, probably because it is, and um, holy shit. Yeah, it's been a rough year, kind of taking a look at how I'm not abusing him, you know, I'm not, but I have sometimes uh, gotten angry at like just like verbal, like and it's not there like they're just being cats, you know. Cats can be annoying sometimes, but they're not doing it to. There's no malicious intent behind what when they become annoying or super energetic or meow a lot when they're hungry or not. None of like that's just a cat being a cat, and I've gotten emotional with myself and beat myself up a lot over not uh, just not treating him well sometimes. And I've done better. I've been doing a lot better these last few months, but it's been kind of difficult to take a look at myself and be like, this guy loves you. He trusts you. He feels safe with you. So why are you yelling at him? Why are you getting mad at or why are you getting upset with him? You know? And I just see I'm on social media. I'll have a lot of cat videos and people telling stories about cats that have passed away or cats that they have, and it made me realize that, man, they just you know just care for them. They are going to be the only thing that you are going to be the only thing that they know for their whole life, or for their whole lives, their whole life, and you gotta treat them with care, man. Whatever issues that you're dealing with, like that's a me problem. It's not a him problem, or if it's a her problem. If you have a female cat or a girl cat, like it's a me problem. I have to deal with my shit. You know, check myself, and I've been doing that. And I hope he knows how much I love him and how much I care for him. And I've sat down with him and apologized profusely a few times. And it's not like he understands, but I just hope that I can be good enough, a good enough dad for him, and that he lives out the rest of his years happy with me. Um, yeah, because I love him. I love him, and that's one of the things this year that I've been ashamed of is just not doing a better job at being his dad. Yeah. What else? What else? School. School this year was rough. And I have to work back into getting approved for financial aid, and it's kind of been a wake-up call for me to be like, hey, you need to get your shit together, otherwise, you're not gonna be where you want to be. I'm not gonna be able to become a therapist if I keep, slacking or whatever the problem is. Like, I have to get my shit together. And I don't want to, like, I'm taking blame for it, but I do know that, part of it was just how crazy this year was for me. So I feel like I can take blame, or fault, not like no one else was forcing me to do things or anything like that. But I can also acknowledge that it's not in, like, I don't know. It sounds like I'm coming up with excuses, and I'm not trying for it to come off that way. It was just a hard year, you know, and it was hard to get back into the groove of things. But I hope, and I know that I'm going to be doing better going forward, because uh, I need to. I need to. I need to be doing better. I'm working with the state to try and get a job, because I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to get anything done, really. I still haven't found a job, which is crazy to me. Uh, it's crazy to me. So I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm doing my best to try and figure something out, but it's hard. It's hard. Um, excuse me. School, Augustus, eating disorder. Therapy's been going really well. Um, I'm getting texts from people. Therapy's been going really well. I think, at least. I don't know, maybe my therapist thinks it's been awful. I don't know. But I think it's been going well. Things, we've had some bumps here and there, but that's normal, you know. In any friendship, relationship, or like working relationship, you'll encounter uh, speed bumps, potholes. Potholes are probably worse than speed bumps. Speed bumps, the speed bumps. Uh, yeah, therapy's been going well, and I've thought about telling. It might be useful for me to tell some stories. Like, I'm only what, 22? Like, what fucking life experiences do I have to share with people? But there are some stories that I feel like maybe some people could come across, or they'll resonate with, or maybe they can share their stories or something. I want to be able to share a little bit more of me, but we'll see. Because, that kind of, that's treading kind of murky waters. You never want to share too much about yourself on the internet. But, we'll see. At most, I know I want to start doing, reviews of things I've watched. So, Stranger Things, I kind of want to do I said it earlier, but I want to do a review of that, since I finished it all. Oh, excuse me. Um, I don't know. If people like that idea or if that does well, maybe I'll do more. But it's relevant, and I wanted to do a review soon of my thoughts and everything. But I want to let myself sit with it. 'Cause I literally just finished watching it an hour ago, an hour ago. So I want to let myself sit with it for a few days before I make that. But yeah, and this place has been good. No centipedes, which is good. But I'm obviously worried for spring and summer and fall. Anything that's not winter, I want to try and figure something out because I don't want to have to deal with them every other week or every other day or, you know, I'm trying to figure something out with the landlord. I'm trying to figure something out with them, but I also don't want to be a nuisance. It's also like I'm living here. If quite, I realized like a month ago that the combined rent for this place is insane. It is legitimately insane. Uh, it's insane. But I'm paying rent. We're living here. I want to be able to live here without having to deal with an inconvenience every other week, having to kill something every day. I want to live in peace. And sure, the occasional bug will come in and whatever, and that's fine. But there's a difference between the occasional bug and having to worry about something every week, every other week, other than winter when everything's dead. So I'm really, really hoping that we can figure something out because I don't want to have to deal with that. Um, yeah, what else, man? I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of nothing going on. I've reconnected with some old friends, which has been really nice. Um, yeah, not much to add there. Uh, yeah, that's really nice. But I don't know. We haven't kept in contact with them. That's all right. It's I'm not gonna force something that uh, I'm not gonna force something. Maybe we'll talk every so often. It's all right. I think it's just cool that I've been able to get in contact with them after a decade, maybe. So that's been cool. It's been very depressing seeing everyone, like I'm seeing classmates or acquaintances that I went to school with, and it's like they're doing well for themselves, and I'm here, bottom of the barrel, just trying to get by. Yeah, god damn, I'm bad as fuck. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll put on a different song. But listening to the same song for 20 minutes. It's a good song, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what else there is for me to say. I made a New Year's message for my closest friend. Hopefully they'll appreciate it. It's been a very rough year for us both, and I think I wrote a nice message. I think maybe not. Maybe it's horrible, and it'll be the end of everything, and I'll be the worst person ever. Obviously being dramatic, but I don't know. I hope it's good. I write these messages for big occasions, for their birthdays and around now. I used to write them more. I used to write them for my birthday and their birthday and Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it was like, okay, we get it, like two of these a year is probably good enough in the midst of everything else going on. But I hope they like it. I try and do my best to put my heart into these messages and try and not make them sound super cheesy and super, I don't know. I don't know what word you would use. Um, yeah. And there are some other things like, in my head that I'm thinking about that, I want to do better on, habits I want to get over. Um, yeah. People like when people that make these kind of videos, they'll be super vague about some of the things they're talking about. Like, oh, you'll remember, hopefully this thing happened. They'll be super vague, and the person watching it a year later, like, what? What is this guy talking about? Like, I'm having acid reflexes. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I am confident that I will know what habits I'm talking about. I'm more than confident. And hopefully they are things that I get over. Um, I don't know, man. It's been half an hour. I've exhausted my brain juices. I don't know if there's anything or for much else for me to talk about. I've been playing games with friends more recently. A lot of Destiny 2. I could go on a whole thing about Destiny 2. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Uh, it's mostly good things. Mostly good things. See, this been Destiny 2. I've been doing a little bit of arc raiders or AI raiders. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Um, Downloaded Megabonk. Been having a little bit of fun with that. I downloaded Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 on my PC. It's going to be very annoying to unlock everything because I have everything unlocked on my console, but there's no cross progression, so kind of screwed there. I could go on a whole rant about that too. I Trust me, I could. About that whole franchise and what a gold mine it is, but the very pleasant people at EA handle things with care and have done their best with that franchise. Oh, EA, bro. But that'll, maybe if people are interested in hearing my thoughts, I could go into them. If not, at the same time, who cares? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot I could do. There is a lot I could do, and a lot that I've been thinking about doing. And just in the hopes of journaling things, and, you know, maybe some people will enjoy it. But I do this primarily for myself. I haven't gone back and watched anything because I don't know how I'm gonna. manage that. I don't know how I'm gonna manage going back and watching everything. Because I mean, everything I've posted so far, it's pretty vulnerable, you know? And I'm very thankful for the people that have seen it and, you know, have commented, not commented, interacted at all, not interacted. I just hope that it's maybe been comforting for some people in a way, or I don't know. I just hope what I put out for people and what people will come across. I just hope that it can help to some extent, in whatever capacity that may be. I just hope that it can help. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Closing remarks. If people watch all the way to the end, please give me your thoughts on uh, me doing reviews for other things, like for media that I've watched. Like I'm going to do the Stranger Things one, but like that's a done deal. But thoughts on doing that and maybe future reviews. Thoughts on like putting very quiet ambient music in the background, or if you just kind of like this atmosphere, you like the raw appeal of just me talking and my voice bouncing off the walls, and I don't know. So yeah, divulging what I do a little bit with reviews and maybe some stories or advice, maybe. That could be fun, if people have questions. What could this broken, obese 22-year-old give you for advice? Because that's exactly who you need advice from, is me. Um, I don't know, just whatever. Whatever, whatever. But yeah, I appreciate anyone who has watched this whole thing. Hopefully, this will get out there to somebody and be helpful to somebody. And yeah, I good riddance to 2025, and hopefully, hopefully this incoming new year treats us better. But I'm not holding out hope. I'm not being pessimistic, but I'm not being entirely optimistic either. You know, I want things to be better, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll deal with it as the days go on. Holy shit! You can see it in my fucking face. That was gross. That was gross. Um, yeah. Again, thank you. I will be making the my review on Stranger Things. That might be a little long, might not be. I don't know. It might be quick, might be. I don't know. And then after that, I'll probably make another one of these eventually in a month or so, maybe. And yeah, Happy New Year to everyone watching this. I am now ending this recording 10:38 p.m. About to be 10:39. And yeah, thank you again, and I will see you at 10:39. And I will see you guys for my review. And then after that, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll see you guys.